There are superheroes among us. Join us today as we feature more superheroes on Wake Up with Jim. Good morning and welcome. Well, extraordinary times call for extraordinary efforts, and teachers all across the country have done just that. Driving past homes, dropping off assignments, creating caravans of cars. There are superheroes in every city and state. And how about in California, where we have teachers, secretaries, librarians, custodians, and even the principal who braved the heat to stand in the parking lot while the whole school parades around. Superheroes Miss Austin and Mr. Wilkinson, the principal, we do honor you. Or how about superhero Leanne Wolkes Goldstein, who created a cute mini-me for her students? She said she always wanted to tell her kindergarten kiddos to keep a little Miss Wolkes on their shoulder. And even when she's not on their shoulder, she wants them to do the right thing, even when nobody's looking. But even superheroes need some help sometimes. How about young Brooklyn helping Mrs. Appletree navigate her Zoom?
No, Miss Appletree. Look at the bottom of the screen and click the TV sign. It's right there in front of you. Just click that one.
Brooklyn, I like your patience. I see a teacher in you. Well, we'll check in again with you shortly, see how you're doing. Other teachers have been creative and continuing to teach and use the resources available to them, including one I have a strong bias for, ESGI. Let's check in with Megan Merrill and see how she's using ESGI with her students.
Well, I use Zoom. The Zoom platform, it offers the option for me to share my screen with my students. And so whether they're on an iPhone, an iPad, or whatever device they're using, it makes the screen as big as the screen is on their device. We do things like assess letters and sounds, and I've actually been able to reassess on shapes and colors and things like that with my kids through sharing just my screen. And it's a whole lot less work for me because all I have to do is just pull up my ESGI platform, click on the kid, and I'm ready to go for that individual assessment session.
Well, it's great to see ESGI supporting at-home learning continue to save teachers time. Well, I think it's time to check in with Brooklyn again and see if things are getting any better with Mrs. Appletree.
Miss Appletree, I can't hear you. Listen to what I'm saying. Click the bottom right.
Oh, Brooklyn, I feel your pain. Well, we'll check in with you one more time before we leave. And of course, there's hundreds of teachers who are singing and reading stories to their students all across the country. Here are just a couple superheroes we know. Michael Newman, who does a regular read-along and today is highlighting E.T.
Meanwhile, the people who were looking for E.T. were getting even closer. He wanted his family to find him and take him home. But he had to hurry. E.T. wasn't meant to live on Earth, and he was starting to feel sick. Oh, E.T.
Or how about Kelly Sanders, who shares the melodrama of a popsicle becoming a stick?
You should try one for yourself and see what makes it melt. It was so very hot and it happened so quick. What once was a popsicle was now a stained stick.
Well, thanks Michael and Kelly for those great readings. Spoiler alert, E.T. leaves, but the stick has a very happy ending. All right, I think it's time to check in with Brooklyn one final time. She has the patience of a saint.
Miss Appletree, what am I gonna do? I told you not to click that.
Aye, Brooklyn, you're right. I don't know what we're gonna do. I think you're clearly a superhero, and I think Mrs. Appletree may need to repeat a grade. Well, on behalf of ESGI, I want to thank all the superhero teachers that are out there and superhero students who've done such an extraordinary job this year during a most unique year. What better way to go out today with one of our own superhero partners, Dr. Jean, leading us in a video she created with some familiar faces and some adorable young kids. Take it away, Dr. Jean.
Peel the avocado, peel the avocado, peel the avocado, peel the avocado. Guacamole, 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 guacamole. Peel the avocado, peel the avocado, peel the avocado. Guacamole, guacamole, guacamole. mole, quack, quack.